My Jelly Fighters, my name is Jim, and this is your Daily Brogue for the 3rd of August 2026. So, if I think about it, I can figure out what it was I was talking about, but I do not want to think about it, so it must be something else. Okay, based on this, I'm going to just assume this is either just a little room. Okay, and then, so there's my exit. So, what was I thinking about? I was thinking a little bit about the A's and the I's. Um, Why was I thinking about that? Well, a couple of days ago, I had a day where I had two things, and I mean, it's not really that serendipitous. I chose to see each of these on that day. They were an older email, not the tools, but it wasn't on that day that it was sent from the Physics Education Research Group. And then another one was a podcast from the Game Design Roundtable, both on AI. And so they got me thinking. Now, they're possibly because they're two such different approaches, right? I mean, it's very weird sometimes. Um, so for the Physics Education Research Group, for some reason, they found it important to advocate AI resistance. So they something they call AI resistance, um, which kind of sounds benign, but probably isn't really benign. That is, it is likely that you could just see it as, the way they present themselves. Oh, okay. Which is as saying, I can just throw the leather armor because the leather armor I'm wearing might actually be good. Okay, so this tells me there's another place. There's plate armor, number generation, and a firebolt that is not very good. So we don't really want anything in there. Um, we have incendiary darts. Oh, good. I defeated an eel I didn't see, which is good. Um, okay. It's in here. It's a staff room. Conjuration 3, protection 3, conjure lightning 3. Entrance. Okay. Well, we'll go with the conjuration to protect us from ogres. Okay. I don't think there's going to be anything else. That's probably sufficient. Okay, let's see. What do we have? A brown potion? Life. All right. Now, I'm a little upset with Physics Education Research Group for a couple of reasons. One is what they're talking about is political, not educational, really. I mean, there are some things um, in education that you have to worry about with AI, but those weren't the things that they were worried about, right? So they were not talking about learning loss due to people using AI to do their homework or anything like that. Completely average leather armor, which is what I thought. Right? It's at least no worse than what we had. I'm pretty sure that there's a secret door to this thing somewhere. There we go. And we have an axe. No reason to grind it as yet. Is that for me? Is that for me? That's for me. Cyan potion. Fuse potion is from this level. Detect magic. The axe is +0. So if we find another, oh, actually, it's probably better than the dagger right now. In general, there's some things the dagger will be better for. Apply D. Apply D. Equipment. Okay. I think there's an entrance over here to something nice. So let's. Should have gone and gotten that first. Okay. A lot of doohickeys. Actually, I have nothing that I would in general enchant. No. No, this way. And throw a bad potion. That's a potion of delay problem. Okay. And okay. Another armor, but still not enough for me to care. Those guys must have run into those leftover floating blades from my conjuration. So there's a lot of talk about. How did I see it, dude? I see a monkey. I see a bunch of monkeys. Perfect. Apply D. Apply D. D. Apply A. Oh, this is going to be bad. Yeah, the monkey is confused, and he's right next to these this lava. Comes in fully confused. So somehow he fully confused is perfectly able to get to the door since I went to the other side, but or get to the stairs because I went down. That's about it. Go this way. Ha! How do I get down? Yep. More incendiary darts. Not exactly what I needed. So, anyways, um, basically, it's phrased, the phrase, um, AI resistance is just being an open conversation and stuff like that. But basically, it's just saying we don't want no AIs in our classrooms. We don't want to be forced to use AI, is what they sort of said, which I don't know who's forcing people to use AI. Now, on the other hand, we were looking at, I was listening to, um, Steph and Lightning. You know, I was listening to the Design Roundtable, and on that, um, need to play with the lightning. And for the Great Game Design Roundtable, um, they were talking about something else that was odd, which is people on Steam giving shit to small developers who use AI, but more or less ignoring the larger studios. So that cries out for an explanation, although I think we've already talked about that explanation. And how can we talk about it? Well, think about this. Think about this. When you're going for the big studios, what are you buying? Right? What are you buying from the big studios? You're buying um, a commercially made game. You don't feel any connection to the studio. What about the smaller ones? What about small studios? Oh, very nice. Oops. For the smaller studios, you do feel like you have a connection to the developers. So something that might not seem like a transgression, might not seem like a betrayal from a large developer, will seem like a betrayal from a small developer. Okay, so I have not charged up that conjuration. So, and at this point, that might be what I want to do. Feels like that was a wandering monster, but that feels like it could have come from a no. Okay, well, let us try some of these guys. J, protect weapon. P, remove curse. N, discord. Okay, so that means we will E, protect armor. H, sanctuary. G, negation. This goes again. This goes with what we were saying about art in general, AI art, which is highly likely to replace digital art and things along that line, but not particularly likely to replace um, anything that you have a personal relationship with the author, right? So actually, I don't want the darkness. Won't use the darkness. Well, I could have done a better job. I could have survived that.